other shows made a really big deal out of it, that there had been deaths, and we were waiting to see what happened. So you're asking me where it is or what's going on. I ignored it the first few days. People said, have you heard there's deaths on these ships? And I said, well, we did see deaths on other military bases with the last 2 swine flu outbreaks. That's where the government launches it in 76 and 1918. And so I said that may be something to that. And then it came out in the news that there was a quarantine on some ships. So I'm not really the expert to be able to speak to that, because what I just told, there's the article. There's the article. It is on Infowars.com. It has not been removed. It's live at prisonplanet.tv right now. Bob Chapman talks about suspicious flu deaths on U.S. Navy ship. And it's a link to a YouTube video of Bob Chapman talking about that. Are you at a computer there, Mike?
No, I don't have a computer. I'm off the grid.
Okay, well, just punch it back up. I want to give that headline out 3 more times. Bob Chapman talks about suspicious flu deaths on U.S. Navy ships. Bob Chapman talks about suspicious flu deaths on U.S. Navy ships. One more time. Bob Chapman talks about suspicious flu deaths on U.S. Navy ships. We did not remove it. But interesting. We should talk to Bob when he's back on Friday and ask him for any updates on that. Thank you so much, sir. Good to hear from you. We'll be right back. Here it is. Fall of the Republic, the DVD, shipping out en masse the last 2 days. We will be premiering at 3 p.m. today. Just got the word from the IT guys. We've got a workaround. They're creating on another server a simple splash page for members where you enter your member code that you create, your member ID, and you are going to be able to watch it at 3 p.m. Central today, right when the show ends. Good job to the crew with that workaround. As for PrisonPlanet.tv itself, we better make a splash page for people, too. Not just a member login. Can we, because that's on another server, can we have it where people can sign up? Because that's the key. A lot of people are wanting to sign up right now, too. PrisonPlanet.tv itself is being hammered and is up and down and very, very slow for those that can get on it. We're not even able to stream live today, PrisonPlanet.tv, but it will be archived for everyone later this evening at PrisonPlanet.tv, the radio/TV show. And Matt just said that for everybody today, because our problem isn't bandwidth, we have that. The problem is just the main server, just for the site itself. We're going to go ahead and offer the TV show today for free to everybody. For those that haven't gotten a chance to see what it looks like, that'll be up in the next 30 minutes. We'll put links on Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com for folks to tune in to the last hour or so of the TV show today. Also, so members can tune in and watch it live. But Fall of the Republic hits in 1 hour and 34 minutes exactly. 1 hour, 34 minutes away from launch. Going back to calls, let's talk to Denise in Texas. You're on the air, Denise. Welcome.
Hello. How you doing?
Well, I'm pretty good.
I'm sorry about your loss, by the way. Hey, Alex, you have said in the past that Hollywood movies are sometimes a heads up from the elite.
Yes.
Can you? Okay. I was listening to this crazy balloon boy thing, and I caught myself thinking, this is right out of 12 Monkeys. And then I realized what 12 Monkeys was really about.
Eugenics, where they release a bioweapon that kills 99.9% of the world's population.
Exactly. And I was wondering, could this be our heads up? But then I got to, but you know, it's been a couple of days and nothing has actually happened, so guess, well, maybe not.
No, I think that was just a stunt by some people that were dying to have a TV show.
Okay. Because you remember in that movie, the kid is hiding in the barn in that movie. You remember, I don't know if you remember, Bruce Willis, they're through the whole movie, they're digging out the kid that's in the well, and Bruce Willis keeps saying, the kid's in the barn. It's a hoax. It's a hoax. And so that's what got me.
Well, that was about how the media had a big distraction and how the establishment uses big distractions like that right before they launch something really big. But yes, I need to watch that film again. It is definitely also what happens in Hollywood. A lot of it's paid for. A lot of it's propaganda. A lot of it is New World Order. But then I happen to know some other directors who put out films like A Scanner Darkly, and that has New World Order imagery in it on purpose, because I was one of the consultants on it, for Tommy Pilata and Richard Linklater to throw New World Order in your face, that it's the New World Order getting everyone addicted to this drug that turns them into zombie slaves. And I announced it was going to have New World Order's imagery, and people said, oh, we found hidden imagery in it. Yes, it's not hidden. It's in plain view. I've talked to other Hollywood people, but then Rick Linklater had to fight with the studio just to keep a scene in there where a cop executes a guy and shoots him in the head. They didn't even want that, what they saw as an anti-police message in there. And they cut a few little other scenes. Some of the stuff stayed in. So I've seen on the inside the directors and people trying to get their vision out that's good, while the establishment tries to stop that. So it's not 100% control, but under Obama, it's really starting to move towards that. Does that answer your question?
Also, something real quick, something that I've been listening to you for a while, but I'm confused. And sometimes you tell me when you say, well, there's two different factions of the Illuminati, that makes some sense. But the people that Lindsey Williams is talking to, the guy, do you think he's one of these depopulationists? Because he never really talks about that. He's talking about financial crashes and all that stuff, but he's not really talking about...
Well, I mean, I think it's going to be a limited perspective, only talking to one person, but it's an interesting window. And then also, there's what's that person holding back? What is that person really saying? I don't think you can just take that one individual saying this and then make the whole world about that because the prediction was right. I think it's important, needs to be looked at. But there's two different factions, but it's like a man and woman who are in a marriage. They're still going for the same agenda.